Ideally, you want to get into a journal that's going to be PubMed indexed, because a journal that's indexed in PubMed is a journal that has a reputation, a name, is respectable. Impact factor is great. Impact factor just means like how many times the paper was cited over average over the last 3 years. The higher the impact factor, the more prestigious the journal is. For residency programs, the faculty who's reviewing it likely will hear of these journals like world journals, or the Journal of Clinical Oncology, Journal of Clinical Infectious Disease, Journal of Clinical Gastroenterology. These are journals that are PubMed indexed, impact factor, and that's the only journals that we'll submit papers to that are prestigious. So that's something to keep in mind. Some publication in a journal that no one has heard of that's not PubMed indexed isn't going to be as powerful. Although I will mention that as long as you have research and in the publication section it shows this is the paper, this is the title, submitted, or whatever the status, accepted or published, whatever the status is less important. The more important thing is that it's in the publication section as you worked on a paper and this is the journal it was submitted to or accepted in, and that's a journal that's PubMed indexed, recognized, and that's the only journals that in our research program, when we do the course, that's at the end of the course, we worked on a paper and we'll submit it there. We're not going to submit anything that's not academically rewarding. So that's something that's important, and I can almost guarantee that students that have had publications that on their interview, that was a prominent topic of conversation was, oh, tell me about this paper. I see you published in the American Journal of Cardiology. Tell me about this. It will be something that's exciting to the reviewers and the applicants. So it's something that will give you very good opportunity to discuss on your interview, which is always important. Yeah.
Maybe a related question. Can you also talk about the type of publications? So whether it's case reports and abstracts, etc. Give us an idea of
exactly
how that works.
Yeah. So there's a spectrum. It's a very large spectrum. So some people, they don't know, is this a publication? Is this a poster? So there's a large spectrum, right? I would say the most simple and maybe less academically rewarding is a journal abstract, an abstract to a medical conference. You submit an abstract to the conference, it gets presented, it doesn't get published, it gets presented at a conference. It's still good. It's still, it's still something that's going to be a topic of conversation. It still shows that you have interest in academia, you have interest in research, you have interest in something that programs will find favorable. The next level is like a case report. It shows that you took the time to write up a case that could be interesting to other doctors, other physicians, and it's something that will be a little bit more intriguing. Better than that is a review article, like a narrative review, because that shows more a mastership and owning of a topic that you submit and publish. On top of that would be like a systematic review, meta-analysis, and retrospective study, which is an original research article, a large original research article with data that can be shared with the journal. So again, there's a spectrum. The highest level is a full manuscript, so retrospective study, meta-analysis. Under that will be like a narrative review, like a clinical review. Under that will be a case report. Under that will be an abstract for a poster as a poster presentation to a conference. All excellent. The more of the better types of research will be just maybe more intriguing for the programs when you interview and look better on your CV. Yeah.
And your research programs, you handle all three, right? Manuscripts, case reports.
Every month there's a different thing to work on of those. Yes.
Okay. Thank you for the comprehensive overview.